So, gentlemen, here's some good ones. These are all uh, really good college guy. This is Alex Teague from a couple years ago. He's a 10 500 meter dash guy. Um, Not as big as a normal football player. He's smaller. He's only about 145 pounds. But let's watch what he does from the side. You can see the foot strike come out. Toe hits first. Foot comes underneath. And he's already, as soon as that foot hits the ground, he's already at mid stance. And so you can see everything is lined up here much better than you guys, and you can see how high his hips are when he comes through. At toe off, this is where we need the knee to be, so all the pressure comes at the beginning of his contact, which is really what makes someone fast. It's not the back half, it's the front half. So good hang time. Foot toe hits. Doesn't get as much heel on the ground, which is his shortcoming, but still enough to run 10.51 and be second in state in 100 meters. But you can see the drive through. Knee is still underneath the butt. You can see his hips stay high the whole time. So I tell you guys to work your hips up high and not down low. That's what that should look like. This is the guy. Let's see here. This guy was third that same year, second to Teague. I forgot his name. Similar though, you can see foot strike comes out, toes hit, could get more foot on the ground. That was his weak side there, but again, you can see how high his hips are when he runs. Hips are high, he's trying to push his hips up. This is good from the side. This guy runs at TCU, so he's a little above the other two. Good summer training group there. Foot hits even more underneath the body on his toe. Foot depresses, creates a great ankle rocker here. Knee is up, hip is up, toe off comes through. Perfect contact there. Perfectly amortized where everything is right in the line there with the Z. But the line comes straight through. Hips high. There's his toe off. Stripe is almost vertical. Knee comes up. That's the difference between a 10.3, which he is, maybe a 10.2, and a 10.5 of the other guys. Now from the front, I got a couple good ones here, so you can see what we're talking about. Here comes Mr. Teague again coming at you. Again, not perfect. Perfect would be sub 10. He's 10.5, but you can see how high his hips are and how high his knee is when he comes through. This side is a little collapsed side, but the foot is underneath the hip, not on the wrong side of the body. That's his twisted side, but still through to the big toe. But foot is always on the proper side and not crossing over, and hips stay high the whole way through. Here's another good one. This is Michael Papper. He's a finalist 100-meter dash. You can see how high his hips are when he comes through, how straight he is. Even though there's some bend there, he still has that foot on the right side of the body, and it's really all about the hips and the hip placement where all the action takes place. And once those hips start moving, you start flying. But we can't do that if our hips are always low.